is over the last 2.5 weeks, I've, attempted suicide twice. I've cried damn near every day. And I just was very unhappy and very depressed. And depression is real. And, it came at random. And, it is a lot of things in life that I'm not really happy about. Like, before I got this new job, I wasn't happy because I didn't have a job anymore. I was used to getting up, working, running around every day. But then when I lost my job, you know, I was used to getting my money every week, and now I wasn't getting shit. So I wasn't happy about that. I wasn't happy with the fact that friends turning on me when I do everything that I can for people. I give you the last. If you didn't have shit to wear, I would give you the shit off my back. That's just the type of person that I am. But even when you're good to people, they still find a way to turn on you. It never fails with me. I'm not perfect, but I know what I do for people. And I do a lot for people, but they still find a reason to turn on me. That's not cool. But then my love life that I'm speaking about, that wasn't really great either. So that brings me to my video. I'm not gonna say his name. Y'all know I never say names. The only way I say a name is if I'm with somebody for 6 months or we are officially in a relationship and they don't mind me saying their name. But I never say this person's name. Y'all probably seen me talk about him on social media or whatever. But for those of you that follow me, but I'm not saying his name. But I'm just gonna call him Jay. Jay has been in my life since 2013. I will say that. That's when we first met. We would talk on Uvu, we'll text, Facebook, whatever. We didn't start really trying to be in a relationship or try to talk, or converse until 2014. This was during the time, it was in between the time I was involved with, the married, the guy that wound up getting married and my situationship. It was in between that time. And it was I always found him attractive. He was always on my Facebook page and I always found him attractive. Like I always thought he was so cute. He was younger than me, as is most of the guys I date. He was younger than me. About 4 years my junior. And he was so cute. He wasn't muscular, he was an average guy, and he wasn't like my man Crush Monday, Lance Gross or, A Connection TV or something like that. But, and I don't really go for men like that. Today I don't. Like if I run across some handsome guy with a nice body and he want to date me, then we'll date. But that ain't what I just go after like that. It normally comes to me, but. But yeah, so it was cool. We started talking and we were talking every day. And the biggest thing that I hated about Jay was that he was very inconsistent with me, childish as fuck too, and stubborn. But the thing about it was I really liked him. And even though I was going through this back and forth at the time with somebody else, I really wanted him to work out for me. I really did. He was always around for everything. Like when his birthday come around, I was around for him. When mine come around, he was around. Like it was always like, he wanted me, but it's like him being a Virgo, he don't know what the fuck he wants to do. Like he doesn't know how to collect his thoughts. He don't know how to make a statement or nothing like that. Like he just was very non phased. You know what I mean? And so I stopped fucking with him because he was childish as hell. He wanted to talk to me when he wanted to talk to me, and that's not the way it works. Not over here, it don't. And I stopped fucking with him and made the mistake by fucking with you know, the person that was going back and forth, with me and somebody else and getting engaged every 10 minutes and all that. I started back fucking with him only to get my heart broken again because he took me on a trip only for me to come back off that trip and realize and learn that he was engaged to somebody else. That's what I went back to. I stopped fucking with Jay for this motherfucker. So, I was down and out about that. But Jay was still around. In so many ways, he was still around. Like, we were still talking. We were still, he came by the house. We just chilled out. We didn't have no sex, nothing. We were just, on the couch watching TV, kissing and stuff, hugged up, booed up, bayed up, shit like that. That's the shit I like to do. I don't necessarily have to fuck you for you to get my attention. All I can use is your company. We would laugh and talk and just giggling. He was sitting on my lap and, all sorts of stuff. It was cool. But then, as 2015 went on through, I had gotten over the engaged motherfucker because he got married by the end of that year. And then I wasn't really involved with nobody, but I was horny as fuck, so I had sex with one of my exes. Then I had sex with my best friend. And that was it. My birthday was coming up. And I invited Jay because I really, really liked Jay. I still had feelings for him. Even though all of this stuff was going on with me, I still had feelings for Jay. So, you know what I'm saying? And as you can see, this is off and on situation. Like, he wasn't consistent with me. So I get bored with him and get tired of him because he's not being consistent. Then I try to go elsewhere, but he's still in my heart. You know what I mean? So, you know, after he came to my birthday celebration, he made the statement to say, don't get mad when somebody else come along because you ain't trying to do your part. Like, I want to, basically letting it be known that he wanted to be with me. And I didn't think he wanted to be with me, but I wanted to be with him. So when he said that, I went out of my way to show him that I want him to be with me. I honestly, in between that time, we were talking on the phone every night, FaceTiming every day, texting every morning, all that. Everything was great. And I fell in love with him. I wanted to fall in love with him. And that's when I first started seeing my psychic and stuff. And so then, as time went on, me and him continued to date. We continued to see each other. I continued to fall madly in love with him. But then my friend had passed away. And I wanted him there for me. Like, I wanted him near me. Like, I needed him to be there for me. But he wasn't. He disappeared on me. He wasn't around at all. And I'm not saying that I needed him to hold my hand and cry with me. I just wanted him there. Like, I wanted his presence. I wanted to know that he was there for me. But he wasn't around. The next week, my cousin passed away. And he was the first person to talk to. But he wasn't around. He had nothing to say. And he stayed away. At the roughest time of my life. Next month will make a year when I lost my cousin and my friend a week apart. The day of my friend's funeral, I found out that my cousin had got killed. All I wanted was for Jay to be there for me, but he wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't there for me. Period. Then I lost another cousin like a week after that. So I had experienced all these deaths in 1 month. 3 deaths in the month of April. Too much was going on for me. And I just wanted the man that I was falling in love with to be there for me. He wasn't there. But my friend had introduced me to this other guy before me and Jay started back talking about getting serious, like 2 months prior to that. What was really funny about it was he was there. When my friend died, he called me. When my cousin died, he called me. When my other cousin died, he called me. He was there for me. So it felt like he was being consistent. He was doing what I wanted Jay to do. So when Jay wasn't around, I stopped fucking with Jay. I started dating this other dude. I'm going to call him Kendrick. I was dating Kendrick. Started dating him. His birthday came around. Kendrick's birthday came around. I went out of my way to do things for him. And I was talking to Kendrick all summer. I didn't hear from Jay, period. When Jay's friend passed away, I reached out to Jay. Even though I was dating Kendrick, I still reached out to Jay. Because at the end of the day, although I liked Kendrick and I was starting to gain feelings for Kendrick, I was in love with Jay. But I felt like Jay didn't really give a fuck about me. So then his friend passed and I reached out to him, but he didn't get back at me. He didn't get back at me at all. Then me and Kendrick began to break apart because Kendrick was in love with his ex, which I had a feeling that he was. He wanted to be with his ex. And, I was kind of mad about that because I only had eyes for Kendrick. Although I was in love with Jay, but I knew that me and Jay wasn't going to work. So I only had eyes for Kendrick. It was pretty much the same thing, but I just left Jay completely alone for Kendrick. Kendrick never left his ex alone. Kendrick was still talking to his ex. The only time I talked to Jay while I was with Kendrick was when his friend passed away. And I thought that was the Christian thing to do, was to reach out to him, because that's what I would have wanted from him. Kendrick left me alone because he wanted his ex back. And then, that was over with. So my heart was broken again. But I had feelings for Kendrick. But again, Jay was in my heart. I loved him. I could have loved Kendrick, but he loved somebody else. So he was never going to love me. You know what I mean? I could see myself loving Kendrick. And to this day, Kendrick has apologized to me. And we're cool. We're cool. We've had our dealings and stuff, but we're cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not interested in being with Kendrick. I don't know, and I know he's not interested in being with me anymore. So it is what it is. So then, after the whole thing with Kendrick fell apart, I started dating this other guy that I talked about in my first two Bae Watches. I started dating him and treating him and buying him stuff and just being there and, just being a man and all of that. But that didn't work out. And I just made up in my mind, I'm wasting my time because I really, really, really love Jay. So let me talk to Jay. My friend got us on the phone because my friend is actually dating Jay's best friend. We talked, and everything was cool. We started back talking every day and all that. I wasn't really expecting nothing else. But at the same time, my feelings were deep, were just getting deeper the more I started back talking to him. And the more I would hear from him, and he would make an effort to be around me. And, it's like he was trying to do everything right this time. But it just turns out that he didn't. We was going in for like a good few months. We started back talking in November. December, we were still talking. January, we were still talking. February, he was here for my birthday. But he started being inconsistent all over again. He would stop talking to me and all of that. Like, he just, it's like he wouldn't see it. And like my psychic could sense that he loved me just as much as I loved him. But it's like he don't see it. Like she said, he got feelings for me, but he has a terrible way of showing it, and he does, because he's not around the way I need him to be. I'm not needy, but I just want, like, the man. I love this man. You know what I mean? Like, I love this dude. So all I want for him is to be around, and he not. That's all a motherfucker want. I want him to be around, but he ain't around for me the way I want him to be. You know what I mean? I love him. And I just made up, and the last time we talked was like the weekend that I was, like, the first day that I said I was going to commit suicide. I had called him because I wanted him to be here for me. I wanted him to, I wasn't going to kill myself in front of him, but I wanted him to be here. I want him to come up here, just sit down, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, take my mind off this whole thing. You called me too late. I called you too late. It was just 8 o'clock. I only live like 15 minutes away from you. That's too late. Like, if you genuinely love somebody, it won't matter when I call you. If I say I need you, you come on. That's just how I feel. Because if he needed me, I'd be like that. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like that with him. So that right there alone just made me feel like this man really don't give no fuck about me. I don't know why the fuck I'm even bothering with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know what to do. We ain't talked in 3 weeks, almost a month now, and I don't know what else to do about it. But I can't really say nothing else, y'all. What do y'all think about it? Do you think we can still make it work, or do you think I need to leave it alone? Leave your comments below. I'm done. See y'all later.